2023 gang up against Tinubu will soon backfire. Ex-Governor Fayose explains. Hello, my wonderful people. This is the former governor of Ekiti State, and he's saying, you know what? People are ganging up against Tinubu. I don't know who they are, but definitely he's close to Tinubu. He's one of the persons who has also visited Tinubu since his return from the UK after undergoing medical trip and looking after himself. You see, so he said there are gang ups against Tinubu, and guess what? According to him, the gang up will soon backfire. According to him, there are some people who are not happy with Tinubu's success or anything to do with Tinubu, getting the best. Fayose is one person who, he's positioning himself very well. Should Tinubu eventually become Nigeria's president, he stands a lot to gain because, he's, they say when a child washes his hands clean, he will even eat with the elders. So if you get what that means, an African proverb. Anyway, let's get straight into the news and understand what the ex-governor of Ekiti State is saying. The immediate past governor of Ekiti State, Ayo Fayose, has described the recent gang-up against the national leader of APC, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, as a handwork of those he brought up who are now traitors in his camp. In his words, Fayose said, I am making it clear that if you track our history, our leaders have always been given away by men they brought up by traitors within their very own camp. If someone gives you a platform you never expected in life, and the only option you can now do is to trade that person for you to rise, that will never work. You will see it for yourself. Fayose described Tinubu as a major figure in Yoruba nation, stressing that if anything happens to Tinubu, every Yoruba will be consumed as it will send a wrong political signal to an ordinary person. Fayose emphasized that he was not defending Tinubu, but that the Yoruba nation and establishing the fact that Tinubu remains a major key leader that anybody or anyone could not ignore, even if you are not in APC. He also made mention that everyone has to stand together if they want to see Yoruba nation move forward. I have said it severally and I will say it again. I am not in APC. I will never be in APC. I never intend to join them. But if you want to sacrifice Tinubu because of those cheap political opportunities, it's not going to work. In due course, water will find its level because Tinubu has paid his dues, made his mark. So rubbishing him will not be an opinion for those ingrates to pay him back. Fayose stated this in a fact of anger. He concluded that without Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, there would not have been a Buhari, and that Tinubu would have realized now that he miscalculated, saying nobody can question God. Fayose was of the view that those who are ganging up against Tinubu will eventually it will backfire on them as they are trying to betray him. So I don't know what particularly is going on, but according to Fayose, there are some people who are in Tinubu's camp, and guess what? They are trying to blackmail Tinubu. There are some people who are of his own fold and they are trying to blackmail him and they are trying to, you know, ensure that Tinubu's name is rubbished. Fayose said he's not an APC person, so he's not speaking in terms of party relations or thinking of moving from APC to PDP. However, he said Tinubu is without Tinubu, there would have been a Buhari. Tinubu was one of those people who worked, merged party with Buhari. And today, like you can see, we have seen a lot already happening in that regards and in that ground. So, he said Tinubu stands, the Yoruba race stands a lot to gain from, Tinubu. He was the former governor of Ekiti State, and sincerely, truly speaking, him and, Tinubu are good friends. He's gone to visit Tinubu since Tinubu returned from the UK. A lot of persons have also gone, and he himself has also been there to see Tinubu for himself. You know, Fayoshe is that man who he told everybody, say, listen, I am not joining APC, so don't get it twisted. I'm not joining. But he said, with what he can see, there are people who are against Tinubu, and there are people, according to him, who do not want Tinubu, you know, to succeed and to eventually get to this position. He said, well, Tinubu is a force in the Yoruba race, and everybody, Yorubas must understand that Tinubu is one of them, and that Tinubu is, you know, is a blessing to them, according to him. And anyone and everyone who do not want Tinubu good will know that it will backfire on them. So the problem with Tinubu is that what is happening to him is that the people who are doing this to him are those he has raised up, those he has stood up for, those he has supported. These are the people trying to castigate him or make him be seen in a bad light. So in his opinion, is either they desist from it now, they stop this move, or they will be back, or it will backfire on them. You know, he said the Yorubas are very lucky to have a man like Tinubu, and in his opinion, they should stand with him, stand by him, and not stand against him. You know, he said so. I mean, this is his own opinion, and he really wants everybody to ensure that, you know, Tinubu gets there. You know, since Tinubu returned, he's been to see Tinubu. He's been there, and he's not even hiding the fact that he really sincerely loved Tinubu. He said Tinubu is a force to be reckoned with in the Yoruba land. He's one person who, you know, the Yorubas should be very grateful for that they have. And even Buhari, because, you know, Tinubu was one person who was instrumental to Buhari eventually becoming, you know, becoming the president of Nigeria due to what, you know, Tinubu's the part he played. Okay, it says so. Tinubu wants something now, and there are some people who are against Tinubu, and he told them, he said these are the very. He said if you check through history, men that have been betrayed, most of them have been betrayed from people from their very own camp, and he said this should not happen again in Yoruba land. That they should ensure they support Tinubu. Anyway, we will keep you up to date. Okay, we'll keep you up to date. Please do not forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless you. Have a good day. From us, is bye for now.